Well, today we're going to be looking at some Battlestar Galactica miniatures. These are from a company called Tangent, and I sent off for these and they sent the wrong order. Now I've tried contacting them, sent several emails, no response from the company. So I can recommend the miniatures because they're really nice. I can't recommend their customer service. It's been atrocious. They were very late in being delivered, they sent the wrong order, and they won't speak to me afterwards. So this is more these are nice miniatures, but I couldn't recommend using the company, to be honest. So I sent off four figures, which was Commander Adama in a very nice Commander Adama pose. The detail looks good on all these figures. I sent off for Starbuck, and there's Starbuck. He has got a very short arm, but quite a nice sculpt, nice pose. Like I say, good detail. I sent off for Bolton, the villain, because I've already got a Crooked Dice Cylon, so I thought he could go with him nicely, and I do like Bolton. It's one of my favourite characters. And then I sent off for Apollo, but they didn't send me Apollo, they sent me two boomers. So they did themselves down, really, but when I contacted them to see if I could send the boomers back and get an Apollo, nothing. Zip. Nada. So I've now got two boomers, so I'm going to paint one up as boomer, and then assuming I can't get hold of them, I'm going to try and make the other boomer into Apollo or something. So I'm going to paint these today. I'm only going to show you painting one, or I might show you bits of each one, but I'm not going to go through the painting of all of them. I've got quite a few painting videos on my channel, but I'll go through the basic steps. So the first job is to get them undercoated, so again just rattle can grey primer, which I'll do now, and then we'll come back and start painting. Okay, so they're undercoated, and it does show up the really nice detail on these figures, as you can see. So the first job is to paint the flesh, so I'm going to use my usual Cadian flesh tone with light Vallejo flesh mixed in, and then for boomer I'm going to use Mournfang brown. No, not Mournfang. Ooh, that's the other one. What's the darker brown? Rhinox hide. That's what we're going to use. So I'm going to start doing that. And then once that's all dry, we can come back and start shading it. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so the next job is shading the flesh, and I'm just going to use Reichland Flesh Shade. There we go, I'll do that with all of them. Okay, so the flesh is dry, so we're going to just dry brush a bit of white over them just to bring out any highlights. So you want a really dry brush. So you basically bit of paint on the brush and you wipe it off until there's almost nothing left. And then all we're going to do is lightly brush that over the flesh. That just brings out the highlights. Doesn't need a lot. There we go. And then we're also going to use the white to paint the eyeballs in, which is something I don't really enjoy doing because my hands are not as steady as they used to be. Let's do bolt half first. There we go. So I'll do the rest. We'll come back and paint the pupils. Okay, so I'm just going to paint the pupils in. There we go. And I'm going to use black to paint in the line at the top of the eye, just to give it a bit of definition. And see, we're just painting that in. So I'm going to do that for each of them. Then we can start blocking the hair colours in. Okay, so for Starbucks hair, I've just mixed some, where's my paint pot? Some Avalon Sunset, which is a very nice handy yellow colour. And I've mixed that with some Mornfang Brown. And all I'm going to do is block that in, and I'll do the same but with slightly, different colours for the other characters. And then we're going to highlight this afterwards with probably some pure Avalon Sunset. There we go, so I'm just going to block that in. I think he's looking not bad at the moment. So let me block all the hair in and we'll come back. Okay, so I finished the faces and the hair, so they're looking okay. I quite like the sculpting on these figures. Sorry, I caught the camera there. Starbucks really nice. So now I'm going to start blocking in the uniforms. We all know what colour they are. So Adama, I'm going to use McCrack Blue. For the warriors, the jackets, I'm going to use Mornfang Brown. And for the uniform, I'm going to mix a bit of Mornfang Brown with Avalon Sunset, just to make a sort of tan colour. Which I might try Xandri Dust, because that's a nice tan colour, but it might be too dark. But we'll try it first. So let's have a look at Xandri Dust. Give it a mix. Remember to mix your paints. I think this might be alright actually. Sometimes these paints do dry a bit lighter than you want. I think that's going to be actually pretty good. So for the warrior uniform, let's go with Xandri Dust. I go through so much Xandri Dust because it gets used for everything. So I'm going to paint the uniforms, block them in. Boltar's sort of a dark green, for which I'm probably going to use Warg Flesh, because that's a nice dark green. So let's block that in and come back. Okay, so I've blocked in the base colour, and then what I'm going to do is use gold to pick out the buckles on the jacket. And I'm going to use Retributor Armour because it's a nice shiny gold. With all metallics, give it a good old stir because the pigment will separate. Not what you can do, it always does it. Okay. Oops, keep catching that lead. I need to do that up tighter. It's very difficult to actually paint around the camera. So what we're going to do is touch up the buckles, make them gold. I've done them black already because metallic goes so much better on black. There we go. And then also this one hasn't got the moulded on chest bit. And you can see that I've painted the belting in black. We'll dry brush that, painted the gun in black. I'll run some shade, some Reikland Flesh shade into the striping on the brown uniform, do the buckles in gold, and then that's pretty much it. We'll do some dry brushing over it, and then next time we come back you should see them all finished. Okay, so all I've done on these is finish the detailing, and then I cover them all in matte varnish, and then stuck them to a base and stuck some gravelly sort of stuff on the base to match. I had an old Cylon, not from this range, and I did him with gravel base, so I thought, it matches. So let's have a look. So let's have a look at, we do back, look at Boomer first. Just make sure that's focusing properly. It's terrible, I'm getting old, I have to put my glasses on to see the monitor rather than what. So you've got Boomer there, so he came out really nicely. Let's clear some of these up, make it a bit more. There we go. And put this on. There, that's better. There. That's it, you got a plain background now. So yeah, you can see all the detail. The suit, the coat's got a lot of detail on it. It's come up quite well. The face is a good one. So I'm happy with him. Boltar, I do like the Boltar. He came out pretty good. Good likeness. It's a suitably sort of villainous pose for him. There's Boltar, and then we've got Adama, who I think came out really well. Good pose, good likeness. I like that one. Bit of a belly on him there. And then my favourite, Starbuck. I think the face came out super nice on this one. Trying to get the focus to go in. There we go. The uniform's good, the pose is great. His little blaster and everything. The hair came out nicely, so yeah. These were really good. I wish they'd have sent Apollo. I probably will end up having to just order Apollo to get the set. And I say they go well with you mate. Go well with the Cylon. The Cylon was from, I want to say, I don't know whether it's Black Tree, someone like that. But if I can find out where I go from, I'll list it in the comments. But yeah, these are great. I think they worked out about £4 each, including postage, which I think is pretty good for a metal miniature. There's not much Galactica stuff out there. But they do a whole range of these, so you can get like Athena, Apollo, Ty. There's a couple of other ones as well. Jolly, they do a Jolly, which is really unusual. So I might do another order of 4. But if you want to see me order some more and paint them up, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you can. It does help the channel. And thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.